This is task 3F part 3 and the first of 3 videos. Let's just have a look at where we're going with this. We've got to show how annotated evidence of how the requirements of the archive routine were met. At the moment we've got an archive table for Campervan archive which we'll be able to add data to, and we've got a button that will run an empty macro. So that macro is going to need to consist of some components. Well, first of all, we need to have the archive data will be stored in a table. So we need to work out how we're actually going to store that archive data in the table, and then how we're going to remove that data from it, and then how we're going to do this customized message as well. So this part, first of all, is looking at how we add the data from the Campervan table to this Campervan archive table. So we're going to create a query to do this, and the query will run that appending, that adding of the table. So I'm going to go for query design, and we're just focusing on Campervan. Now the data that we need to put in is as shown here: registration, purchase date, disposal date, and the original value. At the moment that is showing all of our campervans. Now if I change this to an append query, it will say, where do you want to append? That means add to. Where do you want to append the data to? Well, I want to add it to the Campervan archive. If I click on OK, notice that it's set all of this up ready for you. So it's showing that registration will go to the registration field, purchase will go to the purchase date field. Well, I'm going to save this query so far, and I'm going to call it append Campervan. Let's just watch what happens if I run it. It says I'm going to append 18 rows. So I've got my Campervan archive. There you go, it's added all of that data. Now I'm going to delete it because we don't need it yet. I'll leave that open. Because we don't actually want to include all the data. We only want to include the campervans where there is no disposal date. So the disposal date is not null. So not where there's no disposal date, but where there is a disposal date. If we have a view of that so far, there we go, we can see it's now only showing those with a disposal date. If I run this, you are about to append 3 rows. Let's have a look at that Campervan archive. It hasn't done it because I need to close it down and open it up again, and now it has done it. Okay, so that's what it's done. I'm going to delete those because we'll want to test it again later when we do the whole macro thing. So I'm just going to take that out for now. But that's the end of the first part, which is do the appending. The next video we'll look at how we delete the campervans from the system.